There's a technology that is making all the graphics and stream overlays that you're using right now outdated and obsolete. In fact, before now, this technology has really been kind of reserved for professional broadcasting studios and companies that put on professional sporting events or the news or things like that. And you've seen all of those graphics on the screen that pop up with people's names and information, and it seems to always be right and dynamically real-time updating and all that sort of thing. Those graphics are called real-time graphics. And real-time graphics is not something that streamers have traditionally had available to them. But now there's a company that's mixing things up and providing professional broadcasting graphics to streamers like you and I for free. So trust me when I say you're going to want to stick around for this entire video, because we're not going to only be showing you how all of this works, but also how you can get this for free for yourself so that you can set it up and start using professional real-time broadcasting level graphics on your stream today. Now, as we dive into this video, I do have to give a massive shout out to the sponsor of this video, but wait, do not click or skip through this, because the sponsor also happens to be the people providing all of the things I'm talking about for free, and that's Overlays.uno. Now, if you saw that graphic pop up just now and you think that I did that in post-production, you are wrong. I literally just pushed a button on my Stream Deck and made this graphic pop up. I can also press that same button and make this graphic go away. But what if I told you that that graphic not only is coming in and out of the stream in real time, but it's completely customizable. You can change the colors of the entire graphic, what the text says, and you can do it all without ever having to export or save any files, load any files, or do anything like that. You don't even need Photoshop or any other program. It's insane, you guys. So Uno is sponsoring this video. I want to say thank you to them for doing so. We're going to dive in because this is the company that is making it possible for you and I to have this level of production value added to our live streams. Now, in order to fully introduce you to Uno and exactly what it is they're doing, let me go ahead and take you over to the Uno website so that you can see firsthand what I'm talking about, where this graphic comes from. Now, the first place that we're going to go is to Overlays.uno. Now, I've got a link for Uno down in the description of this video. It's not an affiliate link, it's literally just a direct link to their website, because I want you guys to know about this, okay? This is the future of live streaming graphics, and this is the homepage. Now, you're gonna see my beautiful mugshot on here because I've been working with Uno for the last few months, basically helping them as a streamer figure out what it is that streamers actually need and want when it comes to graphics. Now, they've been making professional broadcasting graphics for years, and we're going to talk about that here in just a minute. But my goal has been, when working with Uno, to help them understand better our industry and what live streamers are really looking for. As you can see, Uno has this beautiful homepage where they've got some different graphics and overlays highlighted here. And you can, see some of the ones that are new that have come out, developing, updated, that sort of thing. But if you go over to their library, I just want to show you guys really quickly how huge this graphic library is. And by the way, every single one of these boxes, if you click on it, it will show you the graphic. Now, this background image right here is just like a placeholder background image to show you what the graphic is when it animates on the screen, and that's a countdown clock. Now, you can use this for your live streams right now, you guys. This is free, okay? But look how many graphics they have. Look at that. This is a huge amount of graphics. Look at all these graphics. Look at all these graphics, every single one of these boxes. And we're talking about some next level graphics, okay? We're talking about counter widgets. We're talking about countdowns. We're talking about score bugs. We're talking about webcam borders. I mean, you name it, they have it, and it's only growing. This library is growing day by day. And there's some really cool stuff coming in the future, which we'll talk about here in a minute also, that will make these overlays and these graphics basically unmatched by anyone else. So, what makes Uno so powerful, and why do they have so much experience in the professional broadcasting graphics space? Well, that's because Uno is run by a company called Singular.live. And if we go over to Singular.live's website here, you will see this beautiful website with companies that they've been working with and for over the years. And you're going to see Paramount, ESPN, Warner Brothers, UFC, Flow Sports, Salesforce. I mean, like, these are some of the biggest broadcasting companies out there doing some of the biggest entertainment and broadcasting that is on TV, and they have worked with them, okay? I mean, the PGA Tour is on here. I mean, you name it, they have done something. And over the years, I've talked directly with them. And over the years, they've been involved in some of the biggest breakthroughs in, broadcasting graphics that there are. So I've talked directly with some of the people that have been in the industry for years and years and years, decades at this point, and they decided they wanted to bring this level of graphic capability to live streamers, okay? This is not something that Twitch streamers normally have access to, so they created Overlays.uno, all right? And Overlays.uno was them making graphics and providing them for free for streamers to use so that we can have the same cool things happening on our streams. I want to tell you what is the title of this type of technology. It's called real-time web-based graphics. And what that means is all of the graphics that I'm about to show you are happening in real time, just like our sponsor graphic. When I press the button on my stream deck, it literally brings it up, and everything on here can be adjusted on a dashboard, and it will automatically update here on this overlay, okay? So real-time web-based graphics, Singular.live, we've talked about it, but let's show how Uno actually works. Now, when you come to the website, you're gonna sign up. There's gonna be a sign up button up here in the top right-hand corner. Sign up, it's free, like I said. Once you become a member of Uno, then you can go over to their library and can start adding these overlays to your library. And it's as simple as just clicking on the overlay that you want. It brings it up big, you can look at it. There's a place that you can actually share this overlay. So if you really like the overlay, you can click the share button and send a direct link to the overlay to your friends. Or you can hit add to my overlays. And if you do that, it's going to add it to your overlay dashboard right here. And this is going to show all the overlays that you've added that you have been working on, okay? And you can see I have quite a few already that I've been working with. But for instance, our sponsor overlay that I just showed you is right here. And if I click on that, it's going to open up in a brand new dashboard. Now this dashboard is actually web-based, and it's accessible from any device that has a browser access, okay? So if you have internet access and it's got a browser on the device, a tablet, a phone, anything like that, you can access this. And I'll show you that here in a minute as well when we talk about how to control Unos. But if I press this on or this off button, this image panel, it's gonna bring up the graphic right over my face, right? I'll move myself out of the way here, but you can see that there's this customization, right? I can change, like it says sponsored by, I could literally just say sponsor, and I could delete these two letters. And when I do that and I click off of look at the graphic up there, I click outside of there, it automatically updates. All right, that's a real-time graphic. I didn't have to export anything. I didn't have to import anything. I didn't have to reconnect anything. I didn't even have to refresh the browser source. It automatically happens. Now this happens for every Uno, no matter what it's doing. And I'm going to show you some really, really cool ones here in just a minute. Now, we're going to go ahead and hit sponsored by yet again, because we may want to show that again at some point. But see how easy that is to update? And I actually customize this too. I can customize the colors of this, right? I can change the entire look of it just by clicking a new color, and you can put in custom colors. So if you have a color that you use for everything, you type that in, and it's going to update to that color, all right? You can even update the graphic right here. And so this is a PNG of the Uno logo that I'm using, but you can upload your own graphics, and you can make this an advertisement for a giveaway or for your merch store or whatever. Now, I'm going to show you guys, I want to show you a little bit of the power behind all of these overlays and some of the other overlays that I've been using. Now, if you've ever been watching a news broadcast and you've seen all those crazy overlays they've got going on and how cool that looks, right? What if I told you that Uno actually gives that to you for free? And I can press a button on my stream deck, and now I've got an entire news broadcast level set of graphics ready to rock and roll. By the way, I customized all these to be my colors, which is black, red, yellow, and white, okay? But you can make these whatever you want. You make it look exactly like what you see on TV, and you can have a news broadcast, right? You can have a podcast that way. You can also pick and choose which ones you're using. So for instance, if I want to turn off this giant lower third here, let's say I don't need that, for instance, I can literally go to, and I'm going to show you this right now, shrink my camera out of the way. I can go to the dashboard of this graphic and I can just turn it off, or I can set up a stream deck button to turn it off. And as you can see, it makes it go away in real time. All right. And it says hello reporting. I can go change the word hello. Let's go ahead and do that. We're going to go maybe down over here. And let's go to our lower third, and let's change the word hello to my name, right? I changed it to my name, and it updates on the graphic. I don't literally have to do anything other than just go make the changes I want. This is the power of real-time web-based graphics. Now, let's go ahead and let's look at a couple more. By the way, check out our topics of today. Make sure you guys look through all these. I would appreciate it if you hit up some of those. But let's go ahead and turn this one off. I'm going to do it with the Stream Deck here. And let me bring up another few overlays just to show you some of the overlays that are possible, okay? Let's say you need a lower third and you want a very specific looking lower third. They actually have a wizard for lower thirds. And I'm gonna go ahead and bring up the one that I created. These are all my colors. It's got my name. It's got my you know, what I do, streamer, content creator. I can go over and show you guys this on their website, the lower third creator. Let me do that right now. We'll go over here. And as you guys can see, I can not only change the text out, but they actually allow you to change like the text justification. If I want to put it in the middle or if I want to put it on the left side of the screen, I can do that. You'll notice that when I do that, now it's got like, you know, there's rounded edges here and not on the other side. So if I want to, I can go down and I can change basically the rounding of the edges where I want it to be rounded. So the bottom left is rounded by 40%. If I want to make that a complete square, I can do that, right? I can go back to 40 if I want to. You can change the rounding of any. There's the other side right there. You see that? I'm literally real time playing with it, okay? So you can literally make this however you want, look however you want. We're gonna go back up. I want to put it back the way I have it because I've got it set the way I like it. But the point is, you can play around with it on your stream. Real time, change the colors, change everything, okay? Give it a shadow, give it a you know, 2 different colors if you want to, whatever you want to do, okay? So that's another cool one they've got, and this is completely customizable. It even they have different variations of the animation in. So see how this one like animates in that way? They have a few different options of that. So if I go over to the Overlays homepage here, they actually have these lowered third wizards, okay? And this is like this one animates up and it kind of bounces in and then it animates down like that. This is a whole different looking one, right? But you can add this and then you can play around with the colors, make it look however you want. It's got cool different, you know, different looks to it and dynamics. And it's got this glass looking effect on it. You can add that. So that's another cool overlay that they offer. All right. But what else? What else do we have? Well, let me go ahead and show you. We have the lower third. We also have one of the things that I think is super cool, a weather bug. And this is actually data API driven, which means I never have to go adjust anything on here. I set the city, the town, the state that I want. I set that in there. It's going to tell me the weather. If you set, just like, for instance, if I just say Oklahoma, the state of Oklahoma, it's going to give me like the average temperature in Oklahoma versus if I set like a specific town in Oklahoma. And then it also tells you all this data down here at the bottom. And this is all being pulled from an API that they have connected to a weather service. And so we can see that data in real time. And whenever it adjusts, earlier this was 94 degrees, now it's 90. But this is cool. Who else are you seeing put the weather on their streams, right? There's cool things like this that you can add. Now we're going to take that one away. The last one that I want to show you guys is one that I'm super proud of because I actually helped come up with this idea and helped them develop it. They did a great job on it. And that is the counter widget, okay? The counter overlay. And so as you guys can see, I've got a customizable counter, and this counter not only is customizable because I can customize the colors and the look and the feel and the text and everything, but I can also real-time update the counter. So for instance, the other day I was doing missions in a game, and every time I completed a mission, I would count it as 1, and then every time I died during the missions, I would also count it as 1. And our goal was to stay more mission completes than deaths. You know what I'm saying? Like I would not have the ability to show this very effectively until now. There's not another overlay out there that does this well and is this customizable, okay? And so if we go back over to, let's go back over to Overlays.uno. If I go into a counter widget, for instance, and all you got to do is click on it and then hit add to my overlays. And once you add it to your overlays, you go down to your overlays here and you can bring it up in the dashboard, right? And you can adjust everything about this overlay. I can adjust everything about it. So if I want it to say wins, losses, right? I can type those in. If I want it to say, you know, goals and losses, right? I can do that. I can set it to whatever I want. Once you have something set up, how do you actually add it to OBS? It's extremely simple, and I want to show you guys that. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go and take the counter overlay away for now. There we go. Has a really clean animation. But all you have to do once you find an overlay that you like, up in the right-hand corner, there's this copy output URL, and you just click on that. You open up OBS. You go down to the little plus icon under your sources. You click on a browser. We're going to add a browser source, okay? And then we're going to paste what we just copied. We're going to paste it right here under the URL, and we're going to change our width 1920 and change our height to 1080, all right? Once we do that, we're going to hit OK. And now you will notice a giant counter. And so all we have to do is shrink that down, and we can put that anywhere on the screen that we want. And I now am able to count my wins and losses in Rocket League, okay? Pause the video right there. I'm actually in the process of editing this video while I'm recording this segment right here, because I realized that there's an easier way to add Uno overlays to your OBS canvas. And I want to show you guys that right now. You can just click and copy the output URL and then do the whole thing that I showed you with OBS where you add it as a browser source. Or if you want to make it super easy, just click and hold, left click and hold this and drag it over to OBS and then let go. And it'll say you've dragged a URL onto OBS. It'll recognize it. You hit yes. And then it will actually put the overlay into OBS and even do the sizing for you, so you don't have to change the size to 1920 by 1080. So that's actually the easiest way if you're on PC to do it, is just drag the URL. I know this works in OBS. If you're using a different streaming software, then you can always try it in theirs as well. But this is the easiest way, and then you can just resize your overlay from here. But I just wanted to show you guys that because it is so much easier doing it this way. But at least now you know both ways to do it in case for some reason this doesn't work for you, or you just want to do it the old school way. Now, back to the rest of the video. And then, of course, every time that I adjust a win or a loss over here on the dashboard, if I hit like a +1, for instance, let's go ahead and see if I can do that really quick. +1, it updates here, and it also updates here, right? If I get a loss, it updates here. It's also going to update here on OBS. Guys, this is insane. If I don't want the background, let's say I don't like the way this looks because I don't want the background back there. I just want the two individual boxes to be there. I can literally just scroll down here and I can say, do we need background? No, let's just turn it off. And when I turn it off, it goes away here. And look, it goes away here. It's gone. We don't have to worry about it anymore. It automatically adjusts, you guys. So that's how you add it to OBS. It's extremely simple, very, very clean. Now, the last thing I want to show you with Uno right now in this video is how you can control these Unos. I've talked about the Stream Deck. I've talked about the browser, basically anything with a browser source, right? But let me just show you the power of that. So if we go over to our counter widget again, okay? And I want to add it to OBS. We know we copy the output URL, right? But if I hover over these two buttons here, copy control URL, right? If I do the control URL, this is the output URL. This is what it is actually going to display the widget. But if I go over to the play button, this is the control URL. This is the URL for this page right here. And if I bring that up and I scan that QR code with my phone, for instance, all right, so I'm going to scan it right now with my phone. All right, I got it scanned, and I'm going to click on it, okay? Now it brings up that counter widget right here on my phone. All right. How cool is that? I've gone ahead and swapped out for my current counter that I use. This was a different output URL because I just added that other one live. But I want to just show you, I can control on the screen at the same time. And it updates in real time. Look at that. That's real time, dude. How crazy is that? If I want to zero it out, boop, zero it out. So you can control Unos from your phone, from a tablet, from any device, your computer. You can actually take that same exact link that we just copied the QR code for, and if I go over here and I just click copy control URL, you can copy this link and then you can put this into OBS as a browser doc. And you just open up OBS. You go over to docs and then hit custom browser doc, and you just paste this in the URL here and hit apply. I'm gonna give it a name. and it's going to give you the control over that Uno that you can then dock in your OBS. So for instance, if I want to dock it over here, I can do that. And now I have control over the Uno right here in OBS, and I can control it on the screen. Easy. So you can actually have control set up on your computer on OBS. Now, it gets even better, guys. It gets even better because you can control all of these Unos from the Stream Deck like I've been doing in this entire video. And I want to show you what that looks like right now. So as you guys can see, I've got my Stream Deck here. And if I scroll over, I've got all of my Unos set up that I have been using. Now, the Uno sponsorship one, for instance, if I click this button, it's going to bring in our Uno sponsor graphic, right? If I click it again, it brings it out. Now, this is just a toggle. It turns it on and off. Same thing with our lower third. Same thing with our, what is that? The weather, right? Weather bug. But even let me go turn these off really quick. I'll show you even with the news overlay, we've got a toggle for that. That was the wrong one. That was our counter. Let's do the news overlay. There we go. And it brings up all, and you can even turn off each one of these items, like this bug right here or this thing over here. You can turn these off individually too if you make a button on your Stream Deck for it. They've got a Stream Deck plugin. It's on the Elgato Marketplace right now, and you can set up all the buttons to your heart's content. But let me go ahead and show you guys this in action. I'm going to go ahead and go over to our counter folder, and I've put an entire counter control center on my Stream Deck. So for instance, let's turn the counter on. There it is. And then let's say, oh man, we just completed 4 missions, right? I'm just going to go ahead and hit 4 missions in there. And now we have got 4 missions complete. Oh, we just had a death. All right, we're going to add that. Oh, never mind. We didn't die. Somebody rezzed us. Take it back down, right? Okay, we're done with our session today. We want to clear this out for tomorrow. We can just reset it. And it even has, of course, the toggle on and off. So I can turn it on and off right from there. So this is insanely cool. And I'm going to do an entire video on the Stream Deck application and how you can use the Stream Deck for your streams and how it integrates. There's even an option, which I'm not going to show you right now, but I'll show you in the Stream Deck video, where you can set up different looks. Like you can change the text, the color, the design of this counter, or any of your Unos for that matter. And then you can actually set up different buttons where if you press that button, it will change all of the different things that you've set. So every color, every text, input that you have, and it will basically, in essence, turn one counter into however many counters you want. In fact, I'll give you guys just a little demonstration just for fun. But let's say that I change the stroke color of the title to green. All right. And let's just change a couple of these things to green. Let's do one in pink, I guess, maybe. And then we'll do another one in yellow. All right. Let's say I've changed this entire counter and I'm like, yo, I don't want to use that anymore, but we used it for something. It was funny. I want to go back. I can literally set up a button where I press it and it just recalls whatever I saved. And that's the way I saved it. And I actually can go in and turn the background off again on my dashboard. But there you go. There you go. And so I'll talk about that in the video I do about the Stream Deck whenever we do that video here coming up soon. So guys, there you have it. Uno is literally going to replace all of our overlays and graphics before it's all over. I talk directly with the devs of Uno and everybody involved in that team. It's a fantastic team of people that have been doing this for years and years and years. And they have already given me insights into the roadmap coming up. There's really exciting stuff in the works. And if you say all of these overlays are great, but I'd like the overlays to react to, things that happen on Twitch, if I get a sub or this or that or the other, they already have on the roadmap to start working with the Twitch API and some of your favorite streaming platforms eventually. So API connectivity is going to be coming in the future. And when that happens, that is literally going to change the game. We've also got some really, really cool overlays when that comes that we've already been talking about, as well as some really cool overlays that are in development right now. And these are being added all the time. I didn't even show you that there's a reactive webcam border overlay that I've been using. If you want to see that, you can come over to my Twitch stream at twitch.tv/EagleGarrett, and I'll show you the webcam border and how I can adjust it on the fly as I'm streaming. But there's so much cool stuff to talk about, you guys. I couldn't cram it all into this video, and this video is a pretty long video. So if you liked the video, hit that thumbs up button for me and hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to know when videos like this go live. I would really appreciate it. In addition to all of that though, you guys, I'm gonna have links for everything that we talked about down in the description of this video. So if you want to check out Uno, you can sign up for free today. It doesn't cost you anything, and you can start using the graphics on your stream today. Okay, now on top of that, you can find me on all the social medias. I've got that link down below as well. and a link to my Discord, but also more importantly, a link to the Uno Discord. And I want to encourage you guys to go join their Discord because they have places in there where you can make requests for different types of graphics. So if there's not an Uno that does what you need it to do, they may actually, if you give them a request, they may make it for you, as well as you can give them feedback, give them ideas. Jump into the Uno Discord, you guys. I mean, this is just the beginning, you guys, because once people find out about Uno, I'm telling you, it will revolutionize the streaming game when it comes to your graphics. So get all this down in the description, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Until the next video, rock on, peace out, God bless. And last but not least, cacao! Oh, yo, nice pass, nice pass. Look at this right here. There we go. There we go. There we go. We got the cacao in there. First cacao of the day, baby. Let's go.